Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where all Christian countries in the world united into one. As you can see, there's a lot of exceptions. Czechia and Estonia. Also, Albania and Kosovo. The entirety of the Middle East. These guys. And the rest of these areas. And, this area. Right. This area right here, also not unified. But now we're going to be taking a look at the Christian Union, actually invading a country. It's actually going to be the Czech Republic. They are completely landlocked still. So we see Christian Republican troops enter into the Czech Republic's land and capture Prague. And they are able to take it with they are able to take most of Eastern Czech Republic. They begin to take more and more land. And we also see some Slovaks in the Christian Union also start to advance. Until both troops, who are most likely from Germany, will start to make quick work of Czechia. And yeah, let's take a look at this peace treaty. This peace treaty should be very simple. I did do this kind of scenario with NATO, which was awesome. It was a little weird. But now there's one less eyesore on the map in Europe. There's still 3 more. So we see Russian troops right here enter into Estonian territory. We see Finnish troops land in this island and also occupy... What's their capital? Hold on 1 second, everyone. I forget things. The Finnish will occupy Tallinn, which is basically Yeet. And we see Latvian troops also start their own invasion. They also make a naval landing over here on this island. We see Latvian and Finnish troops meet up. Even Latvian and Russian troops, which, it's interesting to see them working together to take out a country. And they take over all of Estonia. And in the peace treaty, it's going to be full annexation. Yay. So they'll adopt Christianity. That's basically what the treaty says. You have to adopt Christianity. There's only 2 more eyesores on this map. The Serbs will obviously do their invasion into Kosovo, taking out them out with the RTVs. They also will advance into Albania. Also, Italian troops are here as well, helping out. They'll capture all the coast of Albania. Albania will surrender over to the Christian Union, which I'm going to call that. And in the peace treaty, they both get fully annexed and adopt Christianity as their official religion. No wonder Serbia thinks Kosovo should be a part of them. They aren't Christian. Guess they just want a Christian nation south of them. Maybe that's why they claim Kosovo, so they can be Christian just like them. But yeah, that's most of Europe united, other than Thrice. So we see the Christian Union declaring war on Greece. I mean Turkey. That means Azerbaijan gets called into the war by their Turkish allies. So obviously we see Armenian troops enter into this exclave of Azerbaijan. And Georgian troops will enter in from this area. Russian troops will come in from this area. They also use their navy to go through the Caspian Sea. They make a naval landing off the coast from near their capital city. The Russians will make impressive gains. They capture the capital of Baku. Fun fact, there are more Azerbaijanis living in Iran than Azerbaijan itself. Anyways, back to the war. The Christian Union is making great work against Azerbaijan. They even made some small advances into the Anatolian Peninsula. Even Ukraine used their navy right here, and Russia as well, because Russia occupies Crimea, but Ukraine still has a bit of land right here. So they most likely use this to make a naval landing. We also see Greek forces make a naval landing over here. Taking over all of this land right here from the Turks. They even make a small advance into Thrice. They make small advances into Thrice. They will get very close to Istanbul. Like they're right on the outskirts of the western part of the city. We even see Ukrainian and Russian troops also start to advance more along the Black Sea. They will go to meet up with the Greek and Bulgarian forces, but they get stopped by Turkish forces in Istanbul, so they decide to go around and encircle the city. Meanwhile, over here in Azerbaijan, we see these troops meet up with each other. We see them continue to make great gains against Azerbaijan. So eventually, they lose their coastal access. And they get split into 2. And then they'll be forced to surrender over to the Christian Union. Over here we see these troops over here start to make gains and reach this lake. And they actually cut off Turkey. They cut them into two parts over here. They immediately advance into this area. Completely occupied this lake. Over here we see some more Russian and Ukrainian forces start to make a move to encircle Ankara. But in the meantime, they go around and they capture this entire lake. Some of these troops over here will go over and actually manage to encircle the capital area. We see them expanding on this front. Even in this area, they expand. Back over here, we see these troops begin to advance slowly but surely around here. We see them make great gains. We actually see them move along the border here with Syria. And eventually they reach the Mediterranean. It's a little far from home. But we see these guys meet up, as well as these guys over here. They begin to advance further into the Anatolian Peninsula. And they begin to take more and more and more of Turkish lands in the Anatolian Peninsula. Eventually this will be a consolidated front line, right like this. Back over here in the capital city, we see the Christian Union forces start to get more and more close to the gates of Ankara. This encirclement is getting very big. Until... whoa, what? Until they surround the capital city of the Turks. They surround Ankara, preventing any troops from getting out. And then we see Istanbul get captured. And we see the surrender of Turkey. Let's look at a peace treaty. And actually, in this peace treaty, we see some land gains. Not much. But we see the Christian Union annexing this land over here from the Turks, as well as Istanbul. And we see the Christian Union annexing most of Azerbaijan, leaving them to look like this. They will annex some of this land right here from the Turks. So most likely the provinces are most likely split. But yeah, the Christian Union is the largest country by far. And that's actually gonna be it for this scenario. Hope you guys enjoyed what if every Christian country united into one nation. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.